Hey, I'm Jason Harrell.
And I'm Justin Boyd.
And let's freaking do this.
Welcome to episode number 7 of Let's Freaking Do This. My name is Justin Boyd. Once again, I'm thrilled to be joined by my good friend and musician, Jason Harrell. Jason, we have a full house tonight. How's it going?
We sure do. It's crowded in here.
Yeah. Why don't you let everybody know who we're joined by tonight?
It smells like boys in here.
For the boys.
The boys. We're joined by the Band Laredo, or at least like 3/4 of the Band Laredo, right?
Most of them now, yeah.
Yeah. So, welcome, as Justin said. Man, you always kick us off with a bang. Welcome! Love it.
I bring the energy. What can I say?
I gotta record that and make that as like a ringtone or something.
Yeah. Let's go
Powerful.
for it.
How you guys doing?
Killing it. Doing good, man. Thanks for having us.
You guys are in different locations.
Yeah. I'm at my house in Granbury. I believe Aaron is at his place in Fort Worth, and shit, I never know where Clayton's at. Clayton's everywhere and nowhere all at the same time. I don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah, I guess so. The first thing, let's just kind of go around the room so let everybody know who you are and what you do in the band. Lucas, start out with you. Let us know your name is your last name. You have an accent mark, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Let us know your full name, what you do with the band.
It's Lucas Coté. I sing and play guitar.
Cool. Aaron?
Yeah, Aaron Dowd. I play drums and sing, but not on a microphone.
Okay. And then Clayton, what do you do with the band? What's your name?
I do guitars and pianos sometimes, sing some stuff.
He's our utility guy.
I'm a salt.
He's whatever we can't do.
And the Band Laredo is a 4-piece or it's a 5-piece?
Situational.
I think I can take this one.
Okay.
We're a 4-piece. That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Things happen.
All I can say right now.
Yeah, things happen.
The reason why I ask is I saw on your YouTube account, your YouTube channel, you'll have a pretty funny little like bio. It says the population of the city of Laredo is 259,000. The population of the band Laredo is 4, or maybe it said 5 or something. So anyway, yeah. I just wanted to point that out.
It changes. It's changed twice now.
Okay.
It went from 5 and now it's back down to 4.
So the 3 guys we have with us tonight, have y'all been with the band since the beginning?
Aaron and I are 2 of the founding members, but Clayton and Nick might as well be. You know, they really joined whenever things started popping off. So, yeah, we've been in the band the whole time. There was one other guy. It was right before Clayton and Nick, and it didn't work out. He's a great friend of ours though, still. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But sometimes things happen.
That happens with bands all the time.
Yeah.
I think the key question I have is, how did y'all come up with the name, the band Laredo? Because you're not from Laredo. You're a North Texas band.
Yeah.
Laredo is a South Texas town. So
sounds dope.
And you've said on the Twitter I saw the other day, it's like, I want to reiterate that I've never been to the town of Laredo.
Yeah. So it's of no importance as far as, you know, a place that I feel very connected with. You know, I've literally never been. I think it was more or less just the attitude of it, and I think I was also listening to a lot of Marty Robbins at the time, and I think I was very influenced. Well, I still am, you know, old country and stuff like that. And so I think it was the attitude of the town, it being just close to the border, and it just being like a tough town, you know. And I think that just kind of went with what we were going for at the time. But I don't know. I kind of like the ring of it, you know. I think so far it's done us pretty good. I found out after we made the band Laredo that there's a band called the band Camino. Have you ever heard of them?
It's a rad
They're
name,
pretty
though.
damn good. Like I saw them and I checked them out, and they're really good. They're kind of like a synth poppy like rock band. And there was a couple people like that told me, they're like, yeah, when I heard your band name, I was like, oh, I've heard of those guys before, because they're a big band. And I was like, and he was saying, I've heard your band before, and then he went and checked this out, and they were like, well, that's not the same band. This is a different band entirely. He's like, whenever I found out that your name is the Band Laredo, I was like, he was like, that's genius. I should have done that with my band. I should have just named it something like similar to Imagine Dragons. It probably would have been bigger or something. But no, that was never like our. We never tried to name our band like something else. I thought
Right.
truly like I was coming up with something original, but I don't know. You can't write anything these days without it being close to something else, I feel like.
Yeah,
Everything's stolen. You gotta steal it better than everybody else.
that's right. Yeah, the band Louisville just doesn't sound as good. It just doesn't.
No, exactly. It doesn't sound as good, And I went through like a couple different names, like the band Durango or something, or the band Desperado or something. It just
The
wasn't as
band
cool. Band
Baltimore.
Laredo, it was just like, that's the one. And I feel like that's got to be the name.
The band
was-
South Beach.
Trying to find you on, or not trying to find you, but I was looking you up on Facebook, which I don't spend much time on. But I was looking you up on Facebook, and I found another band called Laredo, the band.
Yeah. I heard of that too. I think they're
Laredo, the band. Yeah, I don't know.
Imposters.
Well, the biggest thing that pops up, at least whenever we first started, if you typed in the band Laredo in Google, it brings up Band of Horses, and they have a song called Laredo.
Yeah, I found that a couple of times. Yeah.
And
There
so
you
I've
go.
made it a
Great
personal
song.
goal of mine to just get one song bigger than Laredo from Band of Horses.
Mm-hmm.
If we can do that, then I can die happy,
Yeah. Well, you got a hell of a start. The songs that you've got out so far, I think are great.
We
I-
had a kickstart, like I think the first 4 shows that we played, we did on the road with Pecos and the Rooftops, and that put us right in front of
Nice.
a very, very wide group of people each show, and I think that really they kickstarted our start.
How did you land that as like the first gigs right out of the gate? That's pretty badass.
There's a management company that hit us up, and they represent Pecos and a few other people, and we agreed to do the show. Obviously, I was like, well, this would be awesome for a great first show,
Yeah.
So it worked out.
Was that after you put your first music out?
This is this is right after the first song.
Okay.
Right after the first song, we got contacted and somehow ended up opening up for Pecos and Rooftops. Pecos. Yeah, no, it was great. I'm completely thankful
Monsters?
and grateful for. Yeah.
Okay.
I was super grateful for that opportunity. It's not every day you get to play in front of a sold out crowd at
George's Majestic.
George's Majestic Lounge or Flora's Country Store. Flora's is like iconic to me. There's like kind of a cool little backstory that I have. My dad opened up for Willie on that stage, so I was like super pumped to play that one, and stand where he stood.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Your dad opened up for Willie Nelson on this at Floors?
Twice. Yeah, he opened for Willie twice. One of them was at Floors.
Oh wow. That's
So,
awesome.
That's something I always grew up kind of knowing. I didn't know it was Floors. I wasn't a very I didn't pay attention too much to like the centralized Texas country scene, growing up and stuff. So and then, and once I did, I saw the same poster hanging on the wall right beside the stage. The same poster that was hanging up in my house for the last 15 years. And I was like, oh shit, my dad really wasn't lying. He actually opened up for Willie here. Like, it's pretty cool.
Was your dad a career musician or?
He was. Yeah, he was. Absolutely.
Okay.
That's pretty much where I got it. And he was like a utility guy. He played mandolin and harmonica and guitar and sang and wrote music, and stuff like that. So I feel like I kind of took the reins on that after he left the world, you know. So
let's just back up. Yeah, exactly. So I guess your dad's no longer with us, is what you're saying.
yeah, he's no longer with us.
Okay. I didn't want to make an assumption, and yeah. So just to back up real quick. So when did the band form?
A little over a year ago.
Okay.
We've been doing this for about a little over a year. However, like Clayton and I have been playing since I was 17, 18,
Almost 15
like that.
years now.
Yeah, so we have a lot of chemistry as far as music goes. So I mean, it's nothing new for us, but this was definitely a venture that it was kind of uncharted territory for me. You know, I didn't really know what I was getting what we were getting into, and I didn't expect us to, like, you know, get super big, or like I didn't know, I didn't have, like, you know, an affirmation that, you know, we would be something, or like, you know, I could do it as a career or something. However, you know, as time goes on, I was like, oh, people I think really like this kind of thing. Let's bring on some more guys with like-minded abilities, and let's see what we can do. So here we are.
So what were you and Clayton doing before this? Like you said, you have a long history and a chemistry. What was the music before this?
Clayton, you want to answer?
Yeah, it's been a lot. Rye Boys mostly is. We've been doing a band called Rye Boys for years now. And
long time. Yeah.
It's just
it's funny. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, you're good, dog. You're better talking to me.
I play drums in the Rye Boys. I don't even, like, I'm not like the front guy or anything like that.
He plays
like,
the shit out of the
it's
drums.
really, like,
he's really good at it.
I'm no Aaron Dowd over here, but I can play. You know, I used to be better. If I would have stuck with that, I feel like I would have benefited from it. But I like what I do. You know, I kind of like to sing and perform and be that guy. If I didn't forget my lyrics all the time, I'd say I'd be probably better.
I'm trying to talk him into getting a floor tom put up at the front of the stage.
Yeah, we still might, actually. That's a really cool idea.
Sounds fun.
Still do that, yeah.
So guys, we gotta go ahead, Jason. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I could definitely work for a live show.
For sure.
Out there. Swap it out.
Absolutely.
Hey, I just want to say we have a question from our audience. Greg Johnson, he's one of our viewers, one of our friends. I think, Jason, you might know Greg a little bit better than I do, but anyway, he has a question for y'all. He was saying he was wondering what was it like playing with Tom Foolery and the Vandaliers?
Do you want to take this one?
Sure. I've known Josh for almost 20 years. I used to live with him. We're very close friends, and it's been great. I like being able to hang out with my friends. You know what I mean? Like, they're on the road pretty constantly, and I don't get to see them as much as I used to. So, like, with the opportunities we've had to, like, actually be able to hang out often lately, it's been great. Like, their audience seems to enjoy us. I enjoy playing to them. It's a excellent relationship to have. I'm stoked about it.
And you guys got a song with them.
Yeah, we do.
It's dope too.
So I met Josh back in about 2018. I was working as a front desk person at this job that sold fixtures and, like, toilets and stuff. And my friend Nick, who's actually now in the Band Laredo, he says, "Hey, I'm in town." He just got back from some, like, you know, cross country adventure that he had with his wife. Shout out Maggie. Hi Maggie, if you're watching, what's up? We love you. So he hit me up and he was like, "Hey, I got a friend. He's putting on a like a songwriter night at Forward Live," and I was right there. You know, I was like in downtown where I was working, and I was like, "Sure, yeah." He's like, "Hey, you need a guitar?" And I was like, "No, I have it with me always. I always have a guitar on me." And he was like, fucking love you, let's go. So he picked me up in his van. We went out to Fort Worth Live, and I met Josh Fleming there. And this is when I was just starting to like, branch out and write kind of like my own music. I just gotten out of a band from Philadelphia. I used to be in a pop punk band. So I was just now starting to like write my own music and figure myself out there. So it was a really good opportunity for me to like, practice and display my music in front of an audience that who never otherwise would have heard it, so that was super cool. And the first song that I played, you had 3 songs you got to play, and Josh kind of gets to sit back and listen and then give you constructive criticism on these songs. And I played Gasoline. That was the very first song that I played, so I had that written in about 2017 or 18. It was one of the first songs that I wrote. And I never thought that song would see the light of day. I had no idea that we'd ever get around to recording it or if anyone would ever hear it. So I played the song. Josh had all kinds of horrible things to say about it. And I ignored every single one of them. And it turns out, whenever I got around to asking him, I was like, hey, would you want to, like fucking sing this song with me? He was like, yeah. He's like, show me what you got. So I sent him one demo that we had. And he was like, nah, like it's just kind of like a filler song. Like give me like, a single. And I was like, well, shit, I don't really know if I have anything for you then. And I sent him Gasoline. And he was like, that's the one. I don't even think he knew that was the same song that he heard like back all those days ago. But anyways, I'm glad he picked it because it's like, I don't know. I can't speak for all the other guys, but I think it's like it's probably our favorite one off the EP.
It's so fun.
It's a fun one.
It's my favorite
fun
one
to play, and hell, I don't know. So
did you really?
Very, very thankful.
Did he really give you shit about the song when you did it at the?
I think he said it needed work. I don't really remember exactly. Like, yeah, it's pretty good. One of those things. But hell, I was just getting my start. It could have just been me sounding like total ass. I don't know. But somehow it worked out, and they're singing on one of our songs, and that's really cool because I love the Vandaliers. Like, I think I've said this at every single one of our shows we played to them so far. We get to wake up and play a show with Vandaliers, and they're like my favorite fucking band. So like, I wouldn't really want to be anywhere else. So yeah, it's rad. Shout out those guys. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Carew, for having us on and taking us under the wing.
That's really cool.
It's funny because I don't know. I don't know if this is something that really goes like extends much beyond the two of you, like y'all's bands, but like to me this is like a very different type of genre. Like it's, I mean, I think what is it listed here as cowpunk, but like
Cowpunk.
Yeah, but like this whole punk and country together, like it feels like to me I'm only aware of the two of you bands like sounding like that.
I feel like kind of a to say like we're cowpunk because I don't really think that we encompass the grit that is cowpunk right now, but
it's
that
not too
said,
cow garage or like Left Lane Cruise or anything like that.
Yeah, I think it's more like when you think of like punk rock music and when you think of like Red Dirt music, there's a grit to it. The music that we've put out and the choices that we made thus far have been kind of like a more like polished sound. So I would label it more as like pop punk country. You know what I mean? Because when you think of like pop punk music, when you think of like bands like Blink-182 or like fast forward, you think of bands like I don't know, Knuckle Puck and all these current. And I don't even know it's like super current now, but they have more of like a polished sound. And I think that's kind of what we were going for in a way, or at least that was my vision for it. I think that, could change. Who knows, like the next record we put out, we might just do all ourselves, like I don't want anyone to feel like they know what we're going to do next. Like, don't get comfortable listening to what we're putting out now. Cause like, it could very well change. And I can actually promise you it will change. Like, we're starting to incorporate Clayton a lot more because I think he's like an absolute genius songwriter. Side note, I looked up to Clayton a lot as a young kid. And so I feel like, very fortunate that, he's my band now, so I don't take that lightly. You know, I want to like try to outdo myself and really just so I can prove to these guys that I can hang with them, you know? So yeah, it's going to change. We have some really cool stuff in the works, and I'm looking forward to that. Right now, I'm looking forward to putting out our new song we have coming out in 3 days. We have a new single coming out, Pretender, coming out September 3rd. And it's a rap.
Oh,
How'd you do that? That's cool.
I'm a wizard. I'm a
Dude,
freaking
we're
wizard.
pros.
Yeah.
Couldn't you tell by the way we couldn't figure out how to get the screens to show up earlier that we're pros?
Hey, don't talk about that. That's pre-show stuff. We're live now, buddy.
that was so fast.
This is legit.
That was so fast. Dude, Clayton had racing stripes when we were younger in his head. He was so fast, you couldn't even see him. He should have been on the cover because that's actually not me. That's Fast Johnny right there. I don't know if anyone really knows that. It looks like me. It's actually Fast Johnny.
Right, and Fast Johnny's the name of the EP, correct?
Yeah.
Lucas doesn't have a neck tattoo.
I don't have a neck tattoo, but I'm highly like debating whether or not I should get fucking married. Just right here. Neck.
Yeah. Face neck tattoos definitely have become the thing, I think. So go for it.
I'm not afraid.
Eminem.
I'll do it.
I definitely am. I would not do it.
The neck tattoo is really
It'd be very-
commitment to
it
me.
hurt. Uncomfortable.
So, yeah, but anyways, that's the cover art for the new single Pretender.
Yeah,
we love it. It's cool. It's kind of sad, but that's it's different from all the other ones. So, and I don't know, it's spring right around the corner. Seasons change, leaves start falling. You kind of want to put out a sad song, And I'll tell you, who's the best at writing sad music is that man right above me. I don't know if you see where my hand is. That dude right there.
Tony Falk?
This guy makes me sad, though. He made me really sad in the last couple days.
Uh-oh.
what's going on, Aaron?
So I've been playing with this guy, Colton Moore, for about 10 years. And Colton Moore and the Clever Few is the band. And we just signed to the Wasserman Group, so we're going to be playing some big tours and some big festivals, hopefully, next year. So I told Lucas, I have to be the backup drummer now. Thank you. I have to be the backup drummer. I can still be involved, but I'm just not going to have as much time.
I'm so fucking proud of him.
I am also...
Thanks,
man.
Congratulations.
I'm also very proud of this EP, and it's a solid... Thank you. It's a solid start to a band, and it's all uphill from here, I think, or downhill. I don't know, which is it.
That's always a good question because people use it both ways. Who had one of the pop punk bands had the song "All Downhill from Here." Who was that? Was
Newfound Glory?
Newfound Glory. There we go. Yeah.
That's the band that I probably should have named earlier. That's exactly the kind of vibe that I had in my head. They
know about friendship.
They have a lot of layered harmonies and vocals and stuff in their music, and that's kind of what we do. So Newfound Glory is a great example of kind of what I wanted to bring into like Red Dirt. I wanted to cross Newfound Glory with fucking someone else. And I don't know off the top of my head.
It's funny because when you were saying that earlier, it had crossed my mind that it really did feel like more of a pop punk deal, and like pop punk has been going through like a huge resurgence lately. Just on its own, the old bands are out there again, like selling out big shows, and you guys, that's what it feels like. It's more of an infusion. And when I said earlier that I didn't know anybody who's like combining the sounds of pop, sorry, not pop, but punk and country, I should have provided a caveat there that Zach Welch is doing that for sure.
Zach Welch, dude, I love his music, man. I saw that he was actually featured on this podcast. I reached out to him not that long ago, and I was like, dude, we have got to play some songs because I love his new record that he just put out.
A new record.
Oh yeah,
it's so dope, dude.
And it's totally got a lot of that grit, like you were talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's
it's more punk.
I almost want to
more punk than pop punk. I
want to do more punk rooted stuff. I feel like in the future, like if you think, this is a great way of putting it. Punk rock was never popular, right? In the 70s and 80s, whenever it came about, it was a very underground scene. whenever punk became popular, it became pop punk, you know?
Yeah.
So look at like what all these bands have been doing the last 20 years. They've been trying to infuse punk rock and country together. I don't think anyone's quite found the recipe other than maybe like, you know, well, I take that back. For me, like personally, like Old 97's Vandaliers really hit the on the head. Same with like Drive-By Truckers and, you know, Lucero and a few others. I really, really highly I wanted to switch it and do something a little bit different and just kind of dip our feet in and see us, you know. And I think thankfully it's worked out so far. I don't know. Here we are.
Yeah, I mean, y'all have a great sound. Well before we started this podcast, Jason, he just sends me links to music all the time. Like, hey, check this out. Listen to this. And he sent me the first song I heard from y'all was Monsters. And I was like, wow, this band should be, if they're not huge, because I hadn't heard of y'all. I was like, if they're not huge, they should be huge. Because this song is awesome. Like, this is like, because I'm not a country music person. I'm more like pop punk is definitely more my speed. I can appreciate country music also, but I mean, y'all definitely, to me, have a very good mixture of that. For someone like me, like I'm definitely more apt to listen to y'all than someone that's just labeled this country music, if that makes sense.
For sure. I can respect it all. You know, I like, I'm influenced by pretty much everything. I mean, I know a lot of people say that kind of thing, but I think it really takes a certain somebody to like actually, you know, be influenced by everything. And I feel like a lot of us are, you know, I think everybody in the band has different influences. It kind of defines our sound. I think we get that more polished avenue, like from like, you know, me and Aaron. And then I think Clayton kind of comes in there and just like wedges something fucking weird in there and just makes it what it should be, you know? That's why I brought on Nick and Aaron, or sorry, Nick and Tony Falk over here, because they really add that element of just like this twisted weirdness that I really wanted to convey through our music. I think it's like super important to me. So, and not only that, but like, you know, they're like my best friends and, you know, we've grown up together and stuff.
Yeah, we like each other. That helps a lot.
That helps a lot, right?
We have a lot of fun, maybe too much fun, which kind of, I should go back to the tomfoolery question. Who asked the question a little bit ago?
That was Greg Johnson.
Shout out Greg Johnson. Good times with the Vandalier boys. We went out to the bar on their EP release show out in Austin. And that's whenever they found out that they got picked up on Indigo playlist. And we had a good old time. Wait,
what did they get picked up on? I missed that.
Spotify editorial playlist.
Wow.
Okay.
So we were kind of all just like, you know, hanging out and partying. Although I don't think like, I tried telling this to a couple of guys too. I was like, dude, being picked up on that playlist, it's going to give y'all exposure. But like y'all have done such a fucking good job at doing that all on your own. You know, like that's not going to bring more people to your shows. Like y'all have done that already. Like y'all have done the legwork. Like they're fucking killing it. I don't know if anybody is listening to this podcast that hears me talking about this. Like you got to check out the Vandaliers, man.
Ain't nobody worked harder.
I can't stress that enough. You know.
Was this and I'm sorry if I should know this, but was this just the recent show that y'all did together?
Yeah, in Austin.
Yeah, we played a 310 ACL live out in Austin. It was a blast.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clay.
Yeah, I totally had every intentions to go to that show, but couldn't make it. But was it a like a packed house?
That was a good one.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, Jason.
Yeah, I know. Difficult.
We're not off to a good start, buddy. I'm just kidding. No, dude, I got a lot of respect for you guys.
I can tell you why I didn't make it.
Oh, man, I wish you would have, man. It would have been trouble. It would have been good.
Yeah, trust me. Like, if Jason can go to a show, he'll be at a show. There's certain extenuating circumstances. Yeah,
I didn't make it because my kid was in the hospital. That's the only reason. I don't want to bring the whole fucking podcast down, but that's the reason I didn't make it.
Valid reason.
Say no more. That is way more important.
Been there. I was looking forward to it. I was
Is your kid okay?
Yeah, like that should be what we're talking about right now.
Yeah,
she
my
good?
kid's okay. But my kid's okay. But was it a big show? I mean, did you have a big turnout?
Yeah, it was a really good turnout.
It was a decent turnout. I think there was maybe 100, 150 people out there. I mean, for
Okay.
us, we'll play in front of 4 people, and
Yeah.
still try to do our best.
Yeah.
We just like playing music. Like this is something that I really want to like drive home really quick if y'all let me.
No, shut up.
This whole thing.
We invited you on here so that we could talk.
Right. We wanted you to listen to us talk.
Let me talk for a minute, Lucas. God.
Oh yeah, sure, dude. Aaron is probably the better option to explain this kind of thing. I think he knows where I'm going with it too, right? It's just
No, you go ahead.
Getting into this.
We
thing.
really love music.
We just love music, and we love playing it, and we love writing good songs. I think it's nothing more than that, If we can get paid a little bit and build a following, like that's great too. But I think, if it's not fun, then why do it? And I think that comes first above everything. I think we're just good friends that like to have fun and have a good time and play music sometimes,
All the time.
All the time. Yeah.
We'd love to hear some music now if you'd like to play something for us.
Sure. I can do that. What do y'all want to hear?
Well, I guess, you probably don't want to debut the new single now, but if you could, or, honestly, I've heard about 5 or 6 of y'all's songs. Maybe y'all have more out there that I haven't been able to find, but Fast Johnny be great. Monsters, Plane Crash. Any of those songs would be awesome.
Totally dealer's choice, though. You do what you want.
Yeah, do whatever you want to do.
I really like playing Fast Johnny solo. It's pretty fun.
That sounds good.
That one? I'll do that one.
Sounds good.
I don't have my harmonica. Y'all are just going to have to do without it. Fast Johnny was a good boy. He works real hard. He's making ends meet. He deserves a gold star. There ain't enough space in the state to keep Johnny around here. Well, Johnny had a car that he drove real fast. And when he hugged the road, swear it hugged him right back. Yeah, Johnny had a plan. After all, he's a man of the year. Yeah, 'cause he's fast and he's lean and he's going for broke. He's rolling down the windows, he's blowing out smoke. He's faster than a bullet and steady as a train. Not a single man in town that can speak Johnny's name. He's turning up the songs on the radio. He's gonna drive that car in Mexico. He's on the right path, any place he goes. Keep going up. Well, Johnny had a girl with tattoos on her back. And when she said his name, boy, you really like that. The day you break your heart was the day that he would disappear forever. Yeah, 'cause he's fast and he's lean and he's going for broke. He's rolling down the windows, he's blowing out smoke. He's faster than a bullet and steady as a train. Not a single man in town that can speak Johnny's name. He's turning up the songs on the radio. He's gonna drive the car into Mexico. He's on the right path any place he goes. Keep going up. The songs on the radio. He's gonna drive the car into Mexico. He's on the right path, any place he goes. Keep going now. 1, 2, keep going up. That's it. That's Fast Johnny.
That's great. That's great, man. You know, we got a request from somebody here. Blue Tankian 67 says Pretender. So I don't know if you know who this person is, but they.
You know, I was just about to upload a TikTok video of me playing this song, but you know what? We can do it here. I can do. How about I do like a verse? Fuck it, I'll just play the whole thing.
Do you want to tell us about the song first?
Yeah.
Do you want to give us like a backstory on the song, like where it came from, like?
It's about breaking someone's heart. I think it's from the point of view of the heartbreaker. I think there's a lot of songs that are the other way around, maybe getting their heart broken. I think not a lot of people really explain what it's like to actually be doing the damage. And you know, this one was about someone very, very important to me. And yeah, and that's how the song came about. So it's called Pretender. Pretender, heartbreaker, names you gave me so that you'd remember. Can't admit it, but I hate this. Every candle we owned burns at both ends. I got you high just to bring you down. Addicted to me just to watch you drown. If you took your shot, you would never stop pounding. You had the raindrops, you never stop counting. No, you can't forget, never wanted you to. If I could, I'd wish you'd pretend to. Must I beg you when you feel like dying, to open up your one eye wider when you're driving? And if you got home to find me smiling, I hope you know it's just because I got you high just to bring you down. Addicted to me just to watch you drown. If you took your shot, you would never stop pounding. You had the raindrops, you never stop counting. No, you can't forget, never wanted you to. If I could, I'd wish you would pretend that all of the lies aren't true. That violence ain't black and blue. That not a thing as strange. Mary, if you took your shot, you would never stop pounding. You had the raindrops, you never stop counting. No, you can't forget, never wanted you to. If I could, I'd wish you'd pretend to. Pretender, heartbreaker, names you gave me so that you'd remember. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Nailed it.
By the way, the person who requested that was Angel, and they said that they love the acoustic demo they heard a while back. Can't wait for the release.
Thanks for the request, Angel.
And the release is what? It's coming this Friday, right?
Yes, sir.
September 2nd. Okay. Very cool. So where can people find your music?
The internet.
The internet.
The internet.
Yep, you can find it
Great
anywhere.
answer.
YouTube. I don't know. We go through DistroKid like everyone else these days, and it just automatically puts it on all the stores for you. So whichever one,
Yep.
I just click every store, that one, and 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 all of them, and so you can get them everywhere.
Can we ask a question that might be I don't know, whatever. You guys did. I don't know if you even know this. You have like two different YouTube. Like you have the topic thing, but then you have your channel. And when you go on like YouTube music to find it, it doesn't put it all in the same place. I don't know if you even knew that, but
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. But we also didn't have, like video stuff done for like Shoreline and Plane Crash and a couple of these other ones. This one actually, we do have a lyric video that will be coming out. I don't know if it's going to be same day though. I kind of want to push it back a little bit.
right. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like you have multiple releases for different things and kind of keep the momentum going.
For sure. I don't want to put it all out at the same time. I want to give everything its moment, Yeah. So shout out to Hot Katsu Video, aka Matt. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, I don't think. He's a new homie. If you're watching, thank you for all the hard work.
Did the lyric video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
He came out to our show. We actually opened up for Vandaliers that show. It was at Lola's. It was like one of the last weeks that Lola's Saloon was open at their old location before they moved to the TCU area. And yeah, we're going to miss that place. That place was super cool. So Lola's Saloon.
Awesome.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to be at the new Lola's this Saturday. This is a really cool story that I wanted to bring to the pod. So it turns out yesterday, I put a tweet out about it too. Y'all probably read it if y'all are as active on Twitter as I try to be. But my bank teller, I always heard this rumor that, somebody that was a member of the Toadies worked there. And I was like, nah, that's silly. But I went in there and I was like, there's a guy, I always chop it up with him about music and stuff. And after I heard this, I was like, you know what? I bet that's the guy. If there's a guy there, it's got to be the guy that I'm used to talking to. And so I asked him, I was like, hey, I heard this like rumor, like, did you used to play music or do you play music? He's like, yeah. And I'm still in a band. And I was like, did you used to by any chance be in the Toadies? And he was like, yeah, I was a founding member with Vaden and Lisa and a few other people. He's like, goes on to tell me that Vaden actually taught him guitar, and then they taught Lisa guitar, and they together ended up going in the studio and writing Tyler and Possum Kingdom and I Come From the Water and all just Rubberneck as an album is easily top 10 most influential records on me of all time. And so anyways, yeah, getting to meet him was super cool because I was like, dude, I'm 31 years old, but I've been listening to Rubberneck since I was like 8 years old. That's a really early one for me. And he was like, dude, so I'm in this new band. We're called Soul Shifter. And, I would love for you to come out. We're playing at Lola's on Saturday. And I was like, dude, I'm there. Like, let's go watch some Soul Shifter. Him and Lisa, the original, some of the founding members from that band play in Soul Shifter. So I think I'm going to try to get Tony Falk to come with me.
I'll be there.
And Aaron, of course.
Yeah, I've seen the Toadies in concert. Actually, Jason, we saw them together a long time ago. And,
I think we saw him twice.
We saw them at a place called the Bronco Bowl. Remember that?
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So
And it was with
Bowling for Soup was a part of it. That's why we were there. Was Bowling for
Yeah.
Soup? Yeah.
but wasn't Flicker Stick a part of that?
Yeah. Yeah. It was like
And
this.
they went up like on the freaking rafters and
Yeah, it was a
did
crazy
some
show.
wild stuff, like death-defying things.
Dude, I still listen to Rubberneck like all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I Burn, dude, that song is the most fucking badass song I think I've ever heard in my life. It's probably top 5 favorite songs of all time for me. So,
Yeah.
go check
I
out.
was trying to cover.
Abbott.
I was trying to cover my band when I was in my early 20s. We tried to cover. God, what Toadie's song was it? I stumbled in the hallway.
In your door. It's
Yeah.
on. It's on Rubberneck, I believe.
Yeah.
Or it could be on. So you know what's really funny is that Toadies have a song called "Plane Crash" also.
Mm.
Tripping up in a plane crash. Great song.
What's the
It's
sign? It's like
album after.
Awesome
I find
Kingdom.
myself a beer. You pull the covers tighter.
It's
Remember that?
Possum Kingdom.
Tyler.
Or Tyler, yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
That's
we
one of
did
the
that
biggest,
song.
ones.
So funny, just a funny story that I can bring to this conversation. Not that I'm trying to hijack stories, but I was surreal moment this past weekend for me. I'm sitting in Jarrett Reddick's kitchen, and we're sitting there drinking beers after our rehearsal and talking about random stuff, and I'm telling him like this past Saturday night was when we played, and I had to miss. We had my wife and I had bought tickets to Batfest, and Batfest this year it was basically a repeat of the lineup from last year that got canceled, I guess because of COVID or whatever. It got canceled, and it was that the Toadies were like the headlining act, but the band the Nixons. You guys know the Nixons? Yeah, the Nixons were going to be there too.
Sister?
And my wife is sister exactly.
Yeah.
My wife is a huge Nixons fan, and I was telling him that we had to miss that show because I was playing with Jarrett at Green Hall, and I was telling him because it's Batfest and the Toadies are playing there. He's like, oh, well that makes sense because they're leasing our bus right now. And so they're like leasing our bus, and they're going to bring that bus back on Monday. And I was like, okay.
That's my bus, man. What's
Yeah,
up?
right. I thought it was funny.
That's pretty good.
Well, Jason, you want to finish that story because you have something else really cool that happened too with the Nixons and.
Oh yeah, well because my wife missed that show. Her birthday was Sunday, and so Sunday morning I woke up and Jarrett sent a video that Zach Malloy from the Nixons, the singer from the Nixons, had sent. Like Jarrett had texted Zach and asked him to do a video, and so anyway he sent a video, and it was a happy birthday thing from Zach Malloy to my wife. So I thought that was pretty badass.
That's awesome.
You had a cool weekend, definitely.
I just
You missed
noticed Aaron's name is Aaron Dowd Drums, FBI.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
He's on to you.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking narc.
Are you a fucking cop? That's we're not.
Clayton, what are some of your musical influences and like what kind of music do you kind of bring to the band?
Man, I listen to fucking music.
Yeah.
I listen to so much, man.
Roger Miller,
Prince, Stevie Wonder. I really like Stevie Wonder.
John Prine, George Jones.
I like a lot of fuzzy rock and roll stuff too. I'm real into like proto punk kind of shit. Modern Lovers and
I get most of my my indie songs from Clayton's playlist.
I make playlists like a motherfucker.
Well, indie, folk, rock, weird stuff.
Do you guys? Anybody can answer this, but do you guys feel like? Do you guys feel like it's like that you're sort of driven by your like by just being music fans.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Oh, this is the what's the dog's name?
Patsy.
Patsy.
Yeah. She's a
One that
nightmare.
keeps you awake.
The fucking look at her. She's adorable.
She's adorable on the outside. I have cuts
Jason,
and stuff on my ankle. Like just biting me the last few days. Go ahead.
I was gonna jump in, Jason, and say the whole thing about being a music fan, that for me that's like 100% it. There's been moments in my life where I've seen music that has been like that is like the best of the best music you ever heard. It's just like it's spiritual for me, and like you get goosebumps and you're just elevated to this amazing place. And like I try to recreate moments like that every time I play live, to try to create just like that fire and that passion and that intensity. Like a couple times it comes to mind when I saw the Mars Volta play in Fort Worth in 2006, I think it was, or 2005. Me Without You, Manchester Orchestra. Like there's these bands that put on these amazing shows that just sound incredible and are just so in the music. So yeah, the love of great music, especially great live music, but recordings too, absolutely motivates me and how I approach everything.
I'm glad you jumped in and answered that way, because that was exactly what I was trying to get to. Like, is it that thing that drives you to make it, like, to make the music and to. The dog is like gotta be a part of the show.
Take my beer and eat my guitar and everything over here. Sorry, go ahead. Oh, I'm just gonna put these somewhere else real quick. BRB.
That was pretty good.
All right, we're good.
I fucking love you, Lucas.
Then we got a full house over here, y'all.
I was gonna say it's real life, man. You got. I think I heard a kid talking earlier, right?
Yeah, we got 2 children. We have 3 animals and 2 insane people that somehow keep it together.
Everybody in his house is awesome.
Wow.
I won't take full credit for that. My wife's the cool one.
Well,
it's true. She's way cooler than he is.
She's way cooler. And she means business, and she keeps me afloat, She's the reason why we're talking right now.
There you go.
You want to say hi? You want to
Yeah.
say hi, Internet?
Hi to the internet. She's going to say hi to the internet. We are the internet right now.
Hi, Internet.
Hello.
Clayton is
Hey,
so
boys.
excited.
Hey, how are you?
If there's
Hey,
anything you guys would like to ask Mary, now's the time.
It seems like it's not. She bailed.
Yeah,
No,
I didn't prep for that, but yeah, good to see her on the show. Though we always love having extra people show up.
I mean,
she's
so
the
now the
silent
Mary
member.
thing.
She's the silent member in the band.
Yeah,
Now the Mary
not
thing makes sense. You've got to get her tattooed on your neck now.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we talked about it.
I agree.
There you go.
It might just happen.
well, see,
Yeah.
you do that, and then the next album or the next EP, then you just have a picture of you. Like instead of the artist rendering or whatever you have for the cover of the EP.
It's just you. It's like
Photo.
every album is
Save-
just a picture of you. It's the same
Save
one
some money on the
over-
next album cover. Yeah,
The same photo, just a different part.
there you go. Yeah,
Right.
just different shirt, maybe different color hat or something. Mix
You
it
got
up.
this lyric video. You can put superimpose like taped letters, like words over the words that you put for this lyric video for the next one.
Just kidding. It's actually this.
Yeah.
Recycled lyric videos. Yeah, sounds cool.
So, damn, I'm trying to see if I can turn the tables and ask you guys some questions.
Oh, go for it. I
Oh
mean,
my God.
it's probably gonna be for Jason. He's the one with the musical talent. I'm just the guy behind the controls here, talking every once in a while.
So Clayton, I know you're back now. I was saying to them that we should turn the tables and ask them some questions.
Okay, favorite highwayman.
Say what?
Favorite highwayman?
Rank them. All four.
Chris. I would have to say Chris Christopherson.
Solid answer.
That's great. That's great.
As a songwriter, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
I mean, and then I guess like as a performer, then I guess I'd have to say Johnny Cash. I mean, I only have experience of seeing Johnny Cash in video. I never got to see him.
There's no wrong
live,
answers here.
Yeah. Dude,
what about you, Clayton? What? How would you rank them?
Willie, Chris, Johnny, Waylon.
Okay. I mean, yeah, like you couldn't go wrong with anyone.
No, there's no
really. You couldn't. Uh-oh.
Favorite traveling Wilbury.
Oh my God, you got me there because I'm not familiar at all. So
I think I know somebody who wasn't Tom Petty a traveling Wilbury?
Tom
Yes,
Petty
he
was
was.
traveling.
And
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's my
See?
personal favorite one.
that's right.
I'm a Jeff Lynne boy. ELO's awesome, but Roy Orbison too.
Yep.
Oh, dude, yeah. How can? Oh man, it's so hard to choose.
That's tough.
Dude, yeah, maybe Roy Orbison.
And George Harrison was the best Beatle. I mean, like,
Yeah, well,
they're
George
all
Harrison
awesome.
too. Shit. And then you got Bob Dylan, of course.
Sure.
And that either one of those are really undisputed. Every answer is correct. You don't have a
No wrong answers.
there.
Okay, just for everybody, who's your favorite pop punk band? I'll start with Aaron.
Okay,
Ooh, that's a
good
good one.
Aaron.
Oh, Aaron, favorite pop punk band. Oh,
This will be fun.
Lucas mentioned them earlier, but I'm gonna give a call out to Knuckle Puck because those boys shred. And I saw their drummer jump off stage one time in the middle of a song to stop an asshole who was like pushing people around and being a dick at the front of the show. Drummer straight up like stops the song, goes and puts this dude in a headlock and drags him out of the show. I was like, this is the greatest band ever. Freaking Knuckle Puck. If you haven't heard them, check out the album Copacetic.
That's their best
It's
one. It's my favorite
incredible.
one.
Shout out to those guys. Let's play a show sometime.
I really love.
They got lots of good ones, but that one's masterpiece.
I really love the Starting Line. I think it's my favorite pop punk band.
That's a good one. That's a good one, yeah.
I'd say Alkaline Trio or the Matches, probably.
Yeah, both of them really good.
Oh,
You
the
actually-
Matches.
He just introduced me to the Matches not long ago, and I was very surprised that
I've been stuck.
I'd heard of them, but I never actually like checked them out. And
Yeah.
better late than never.
Decomposer is just fucking flawless. It's so good.
So good.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Less Than Jake for being awesome as a pop punk band.
Yeah, dude.
I guess
Hell
they're
yeah.
kind of ska, but they were a big influence on me.
Ska's dope.
Okay,
Jeff
so
Rosenstock and Bomb the Music Industry also should be mentioned as they're just huge influences on all of us, I think.
Ding, 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 ding. You get fucking 12 gold stars. Tony Falk.
I was gonna say that Justin probably knows more about the pop punk scene than I do, but you mentioned Less Than Jake, and I haven't been like a huge, like super into pop punk, but I had never really paid much attention to Less Than Jake until I freaking saw them with Bowling for Soup a couple of weekends ago in Buda. They got like the tour that they're doing with them. I guess they're gonna strike out on another leg, but they put on a hell of a show, and they're hilarious on stage.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
They have a.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Less Than Jake just put out a new song called "We Think Fat Mike's on Drugs Again," and it's
Oh, shit, yeah.
perfection. It's like pop punk perfection.
So good. Let's go 80s. Favorite 80s band.
That's a good question. That's a good one.
Has to be band. Has to be a band.
Has to be
Has
a
to be
Justin,
a
you should
band.
go.
It could be any
Justin,
band.
you should go. You go
Any,
first,
any
Justin.
band, as long as it's from
Bad
the-
Religion.
I was gonna say Lita Ford with Ozzy, but no, I'm just kidding. Man, that's a tough one from the '80s. I guess maybe Motley Crue.
Nice.
I don't know. Aerosmith.
I mean, I mean, I think I don't know that people necessarily think of them as an '80s band because they
Who, Motley
continue to have a
Crue?
career. No. I was going to suggest somebody else.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say Metallica.
Shit,
Totally
yeah.
counts.
I mean, their first album was in '83, I think, maybe '84. But they were a major influence for me.
I'm
Not that
gonna
I play
go.
anything like it, but
I'm gonna go left field on this one. I'm gonna say Rites of Spring.
Wow, not familiar.
First wave emo.
Yeah. First wave emo stuff. I don't know. I really like Tears for Fears too. Really good. Tears for Fears. Can't go wrong with a little bit of. Everybody's trying to. What's the
Wants to rule the
rule the
world.
world.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to rule the.
Tears for Fears is excellent. I gotta say, the time. Yeah, no, it's
Time?
The time. Yeah. Or the E Street Band. The E Street Band did awesome things in the 80s.
Okay,
Dude.
my only reference for the time wasn't it Morris Day in the time?
Oh, yeah.
And my only reference for that is the freaking Jay and Silent Bob. What was the damn song?
Jungle Love.
Jungle
how
Love,
about-
yeah. Oh, Jungle Love.
It's fantastic.
How
It's
about
so good.
How about The Extreme?
Cool.
More Than Words.
More than
You know
words.
that
Yeah, there
song?
you go. Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Okay, but
Come on, dude.
No, I think it was just wasn't it just extreme though? I think it was just extreme.
Oh, it could just be like extreme.
Yeah.
but then what was it? Was it Jack Black and the guy did the spoof on it?
Oh yeah, it was.
Jack Black and who
Was it
who did
Tenacious
the-
D or something?
It was Tenacious D, but it was Jack Black and the guy from the
Fallon.
late night host. Yeah,
Oh,
Jimmy Fallon. That's
oh
it.
yeah. Okay.
It did this whole
Yeah.
like super serious like video where they did that song.
It's super funny. I
That's
forgot
great.
all about that, but that's super funny. Okay,
So-
I got a question for you, Justin.
Go for it.
What do you like to do in your free time?
Well, I mean, obvious answer is podcasting. I do a couple of podcasts
What do you like to do for fun?
for fun.
I like reverse interview.
Man, you know what? I don't probably have as much fun as I would like to. Spend a lot of time working and a lot of time doing podcasts. I used to play a lot of sports, so I guess probably sports, but I haven't done that in a while. So
Good back injury though. So
yeah, I hurt my back a couple years ago and kind of sucked. But
Justin and I used to play a hell of a lot of basketball. I mean, I sucked ass at basketball. Justin was really good at it, but Justin's also 6'2", so not.
I got to give a shout out. Kyan Barnes, he plays bass for Cody West. He had me all pumped to play softball on Monday nights. And then he just totally crushed my soul and told me that they're not playing anymore. I guess they couldn't get a bunch of people on their team. Well, we were supposed to play softball on Mondays. And Kyan Barnes, if you're listening, doubtful if you are, but if you are, I expect an invitation next time that's up and running again.
there we go. Some beer league softball going.
I want to know how you're going to have time to do softball, be in the band Laredo, have a puppy,
Yeah.
and
That's what I'm saying.
kids. Like,
You'd be surprised. Somehow what seems to be very busy, you just gotta delegate your time delicately and get up early. I don't know.
Always find
Get
time
up
for
early.
fun.
Yeah. I'm not very good at that yet, but I'm getting better.
and time travel, right? Also,
And it helps when your kids are getting older too. Like I got a 9 and a 4-year-old, so they're out of diapers, and it's not as intense as it once was. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's a different story with this new puppy involved, but
right?
she's a good girl. She's learning quick. You know, old Patsy
Yeah.
Patsy Cline.
So I got a question for y'all. Go ahead, Jason. You got something?
Oh, I was just gonna say I noticed Tony Falk over there picked up his guitar. I was wondering if you want to play a song.
Yes.
I was playing songs.
You absolutely should play Pleasures of Modern Living because I love the shit out of that song.
Yeah, you guys all that's watching right now. Hopefully there's.
I'm in a hotel. I don't think I can get away
Play a
with
chill
it.
version. Play a chill version.
You're all blessed to hear this, by the way. And I'll be right back.
All right. Tell me, is it the sinner who's wrong, the God who left him willing? If it's gonna send me to hell, then why is trouble so much fun? I'm gonna sell my family Bible and all my gold filling. Write myself a new book called The Pleasures of Modern Living. See, we got banks to keep our money safe and schools to raise the children. So we can spend our days at work and weekends at the bar. They got TVs at home, lock them down and let them witness. The fathers of the future, those pleasures of modern living. Ain't nobody wanna work to make their pay. Who might I say, is it wrong or right? Ain't my job to tell you how to feel, but I'll be sure to speak my mind. Yes, I'll be sure to speak my. Tell me how many times you got home where house is cold and empty. Just to call your man who's miles away and tell him you're alone. You make plans to meet in a couple of weeks, reuniting with your brother. But traffic sucks and I'm fucked up, the struggles of modern living. Ain't nobody wanna work to make their pay. Yeah, who am I to say, is it wrong or right? It ain't my job to tell you how to feel. But I'll be sure to speak my mind. Yes, I will. Yes, I'll be sure to speak my.
That was great.
That was great. Yeah.
Is that an original?
Yes, sir.
Oh wow, that was cool.
Like that.
You should play some really sad shit.
It slaps live too. It goes so hard.
I got sad shit for days.
So his songs, like, he's the only one that can really make me cry whenever I listen to his music.
I'll make you cry.
Oh shit, yeah. I've cried. I think I have a tally now. I think 3 times I've cried watching him play live.
So when you see the Band Laredo live, is that what you get? You get the band stuff, you get some of Clayton stuff. Is that how y'all do that at your show?
It's how we've been working as of late. Like this is kind of a more recent thing where we've kind of been incorporating more of Clayton's sound into the Band Laredo. And you know, we want to do it slowly, but at the same time, I kind of just want to be like, I just kind of want to put out an EP of just maybe, you know, Clayton singing, you know, like,
yeah.
Let me trace back and say what I said a little bit earlier, how I don't want people to feel comfortable listening to the Band Laredo. I don't want them to feel like they anticipate our next.
We're wild.
Like, we really have more moving parts to us than you think. Like we're comprised of friends, but we're also, all of us are comprised of like songwriters. And so all of our songs are going to be, it's all going to come to the surface eventually, you know? And that's something that we, you know, that's something that's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, y'all definitely have the pop punk flavor, but I've also noticed like with a song, for example, like Shoreline, and even kind of Plane Crash. I mean, maybe I'm speaking out of turn, or this is the wrong way to go about it, but those are kind of ballad kind of songs. Wouldn't y'all say that? Or how would you describe those songs? I guess.
I would say maybe less ballad songs and more just hell, I don't know. I think it might just be I was feeling writing a slower song in that day. That day came apart. I don't think there's one thing that we're trying to. Well, let me take it back. There is something that we're trying to do. We're trying to come into a market that allows us to play punk rock and in a country, or like in Texas. I'll say that.
Right.
But that is not. We're not limited to that. Like we're so much more than that, and we've only scratched the surface of what the Band Laredo really is. I said earlier, we've only been a band for just over a year. We haven't really quite figured out who we are yet. We're just now starting to figure that out. So keep your eyes peeled. It's gonna be. You're not gonna be bored. I'll say, you know what I mean? There's always going to be something new and something fresh to hear. If you like one sound, we'll always come back to that. But if you like another sound, we got that for you too. It's.
I think that the main driving force is the endless pursuit of creativity and looking for something that's fulfilling. Like we are also ADD riddled, that staying and much in the same lane all the time is just going to drive us all insane.
Yeah.
If we can just continue making things that we enjoy all the time, then we can keep loving it. I think that's the main factor in all of it. It's just like trying to keep things interesting for all of us.
Yeah, it's important, at least to us.
You know,
like play,
Yeah.
I have this thing that my perspective is that I hate the idea of genres. I think it's really stupid. I think people get like hung up on like what's a pure form of this or that genre, and it's really dumb. Especially with country music, like I hate that. I freaking hate that. Just listen to the song. The song or don't like the song and move on.
And it creates such an unwelcoming environment.
Exactly. It's like it excludes so many people and so many things that you could otherwise experience. But
for sure,
you guys got you're very well rounded. Like you've got a lot of different emotions to bring into it.
Well, as somebody that's really gotten into like the business side of things, I have to say it's really important to also know your market. If you want to be successful in this game, you have to create something that sells to an ideal set of people, So if we're being accepted into this red dirt community, then we're expected to play red dirt, right? So we have songs that incorporate that red dirt feel, but we're not going to be comfortable playing that all the time. We're going to branch out and do other things. I don't want you to feel again, comfortable listening to what you're listening to, because it's going to change. It's going to change quick. It's going to be rapid, and we might go back. I might have another punk rock song for y'all, in the future, but I think there's other things that we want to tackle too. And it's all in good time, it's all coming though. I really want to be a band that pumps stuff out quick. I don't want to get held up on one record a year. If we can do 2 records a year, I think that's where I really want to be, and 2 different sides. There's an A side to us and there's a B side. And I think that we can do both, and I think we can do both very well.
Can I ask you about your perspective on the idea? Because pumping out stuff like very, frequently is awesome. Is your plan to attack it like you've got an EP coming out now? You've obviously released several singles. Like, do you plan on having, like, is your approach going to be like single, and then an EP that has maybe like a few more songs besides the singles you put out, and then kind of repeat that? Or is it like are you shooting for like an album type thing? Or
so in this current day, I do like the formula of putting out singles and then like releasing like an EP, putting out a couple singles, release like an EP, because people can like digest each song so much easier. It's like, nothing you record or nothing you put money into goes to waste. But on the other hand, I really, as a music listener and like an avid music listener, like somebody that's just completely obsessed with music, I really enjoy diving into like full albums. Like I like listening to double albums, and
he has an American Idiot shirt on
to do all of that. What was that?
Said he's got an American Idiot shirt on.
Yeah, so this is one of
that
my,
a double album?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I did wear this specifically. I didn't just have this on. Like I wore this for the podcast. This is one of my like prized possessions. I got this. I don't know if y'all can see this. In 2004.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, we got you.
For sure.
Tour shirt, the American Idiot tour shirt that came out whenever they came out with American Idiot. Me and my dad took me to Fort Worth Convention Center and we watched Green Day. And I remember Billy Joe came back on stage for the encore, and it was just him and that signature Strat that he had. It says BJ on it, which one I'm talking about. Anybody that listens to Green Day knows. And he just came out with that guitar, G chord, dig it down, and he fucking played Time of Your Life, and 15-year-old me, tears, just like, it was one of the more moving shows I've ever been to. Green Day.
Also,
That's a great album.
Fun fact about that, Lucas,
it's not my favorite record, but I mean,
go for it, Aaron.
I was going to say, when my family moved to Granbury, I think it was 2003 or 2004, I was listening to that record nonstop for a solid like year. Like that was my music. I absorbed all of it. That's all I wanted to play.
It changed my life. I was like a 7-year-old kid listening to that record on my mom's floor, just me and a CD player. And I was reading the liner notes of the CD, how nobody does these days. That's kind of what made me do what I'm doing. It's kind of why I'm still doing it, Bands like Green Day and NoFX and Bad Religion, like that's the reason why we try to incorporate that DIY punk rock feel in our music. Because
do you guys do any punk covers in your shows?
No, but we are going to. We have some ideas. I really want to turn.
That was it.
Oh yeah, we do that. I really want to turn like a Minor Threat song into like a really slow, sad, like country song. I think that would be super cool. Just have this like brutal punk rock lyrics and like a really sad dude. Sign me up, man.
I did see on YouTube, there's kind of like about a minute of y'all playing The Boys of Summer. And I assume y'all are playing the Ataris. I mean, it sounds like the Ataris version, not the Eagles version. So is that a song that y'all play every once in a while, or?
I think we did it once or twice at a show. I don't know if we're going to continue doing it.
And it made its way onto YouTube.
Yeah, I noticed that not even that long ago even. I was just like searching on YouTube and somehow came across that when I clicked on our channel. And, there's someone else that posted something of the band Laredo, and I was like, oh, interesting. It was at Flores, actually. And I saw that. Didn't sound half bad.
No, it sounds good. It's good. It sounds like the Ataris, honestly, to me. I mean, the layman over here, but yeah, it sounded like the Ataris to me. So.
We structured it like the Don Henley version, but we definitely encompassed the punk rockness of Hardy's version.
You
I think
kind
we
of pick up the pace a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to have a little bit of both.
Yeah. That's cool. So I'll just kind of go around the room. Aaron, are there any covers that you would like to incorporate into the band? Did y'all have it yet, or?
This is a band meeting right now, I think.
For sure. We don't have enough of them.
Does
We have a
anyone
group
else
chat,
have?
so we got our stuff. We got our stuff on the group chat. You know.
Hang on, yeah. Let me look up because I started making a second set list.
I'm pointing at
I don't know. I really like playing Narcolepsy by Third Eye Blind.
Okay.
There is also, guys, we got to start playing. There's a song by a Fort Worth band called Spooky Folk called Bible Belt that we played at Lola's, and Bible Belt slaps, and we need to start playing that one again. We only did it once.
It's such a good song. I'm pushing for You Got Another Thing Coming by Judas Priest.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And Radio by Alkaline Trio, both. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be really good.
Dude, I
Would
would
be
love
fun.
to show up at the Band Laredo show and see both of those
Hell yeah.
covered.
Did I get a hell yeah
Like-
from Mary?
Yeah, you did.
Add it to the
You
list.
did. You did.
They're
Yes,
both on
yes.
the list.
Babe, he goes. We're big Alkaline Trio fans.
They're on there now.
Nice.
Can't totally see it, but you got a lot of songs in there, it looks like.
Are we fixing to get another song?
I don't know. I was thinking about doing that Narcolepsy song by Third Eye Blind.
I like
Yeah,
that.
let's
That'd
hear
be
it.
cool. Yeah.
If there's any fans of Third Eye Blind, this one goes out to you. This is probably my favorite one of their deep cut, and I played it for a while now. I'm on a train, but there's no one at the helm. There's a demon in my brain, starts to overwhelm, Ooh-hoo. Ooh-hoo. So there it goes, my last chance for peace. You lay me down, but I get no release, and I said I try to keep awake. I try to swim beneath, try to keep awake, but I can't feel this narcolepsy slide to another nightmare. I read dead Russian volumes at a time. I write everything down except what's on my mind. And my greatest fear is to suck and sound. And then I know I'll never get back out. There's a phone in my head next to a drink in a crowded room where the glass is clinking. I'll buy you a beer and we'll drink a tea. 'Cause that's what keeps me falling asleep. I said, how'd you like to be alone and drowning? 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 Still I find this narcolepsy slide to another nightmare. Got me lifted higher than the ceiling. Ooh, it's that ultimate feeling. Got got me lifted, feeling so gifted. Sugar, how you get so fly? Sugar, 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 sugar, how you get so fly? But still I find this narcolepsy slide.
All right. So that
I
was
had to throw some
freaking.
Baby Bash in that one, but
That was
That was
great.
freaking awesome. I just want to complain though. I just want
Nice.
to complain a little bit.
what you got?
I want to complain that your voice is you're too capable of hitting all those runs, and also
It's fucking obnoxious.
and also hitting that like punk rock rasp all at the same time, and I don't like that I can't do that, and that's all I have to say.
I skipped a verse in that too because it's kind of a long song. So I've been playing it kind of a shorter version of it, but you should listen to the full song if you haven't heard it.
That
not
full
just-
album is a
this goes for
masterpiece.
Yeah, the whole record really is just amazing.
Yep.
That's amazing, baby. You want to say hi?
Top 3.
This is my little.
Hey!
This
Hello.
is Dolly. Say hi, Dolly.
Dolly,
How you doing?
Hi, Dolly.
good.
She gonna be a star one day.
Do you want to sing a song for us?
She's the boss.
She is. What you got? You want to sing a song? Sing. You. How about Down Down by Blink-182? The drops of rain, they fall all over. This awkward silence me crazy. You know that one. Well, she's nervous.
Oh well.
Fair.
It's okay. She won't be
It's okay.
for long.
Yeah. She's waiting for Blink to fully reform. You know, like I get it. You know, like
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, you gotta
There you
build
go.
anticipation. She's not gonna throw it out there right now.
yeah. Until Tom comes back. I mean, come on. Like let's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So as we're kind of wrapping up here, just want to kind of go around with all of y'all and just let me know, like, what is your favorite song from the band Laredo that y'all have created? Let's start with Aaron. What's your favorite song that y'all play, Aaron?
Yeah, it's hard because I do like a lot of them, but Fast Johnny to me came at a point in my life where I was transitioning from like really kind of feeling down about life and everything in late 2020 and early 2021. And it's such an optimistic song. And like to have the very last the very last line, just all of us yelling, keep going up. Like it was such like a shot of positivity and optimism.
Yeah.
I love playing that song because like it reminds me that like yeah, shit can suck sometimes, but if you can get some good friends together and you can have some fun, you can kind of like remind everyone that life doesn't have to be a bummer. You know, you can have a good time. You can yell fun stuff with your friends and sing songs and have fun. And so I think that's going to be my favorite song for a long time. But I also really love playing Pleasures of Modern Living because it goes really hard when we play it live, and it's just a lot of fun too. But yeah, I'll say Fast Johnny.
Yeah.
Clayton, what about you? What's your favorite the band Laredo song?
My favorite one right now is Kerosene. It's one of Lucas's newer songs, and it's so fucking fun. Every song he writes is better than the last one. I'm just thrilled.
I'll have to say probably. I'll have to agree. I have to say, well, I have to agree with both of y'all because I like playing Kerosene a lot. But I think my favorite one right now is either what Aaron said, Pleasures of Modern Living. It's one of Clayton's, and it's amazing. And I really like Papa's Pistol. This is a song that he's had written for many years. And then somehow I convinced him to play it in the band Laredo. And that one's really fun, I think, for us to play.
I'll do anything
I've
Lucas tells
always
me
wanted
to.
to be a part of it, and now I am. And it's like, it's cool.
Well, that's awesome. Do you want to play one more song before we get out of here?
Sure. What do y'all want to hear?
Jason, why don't you throw something out there?
We got it.
Can we hear Shoreline?
Absolutely. Hold on, let me tune up though. So this right here that I'm doing is an ancient European legacy.
I'm so proud of you.
And it's very necessary. It makes all your stuff sound better. And those of you that don't do that,
Real
suck.
jerks.
So just give me 1 second here.
Can you tell us what you're playing there? Like, what is the guitar?
Oh,
It's called
so
a guitar.
this right here is a Taylor 315 CE that my dad gave me about 15 years ago, and it's been my go-to, and it's been my baby for that long. And it's literally been around the world with me. They don't make this model anymore.
Yeah, it's like a jumbo, right?
Yeah, it's a big guitar. It's a cutaway, but I don't ever really mind the cutaways. I know a lot of people have a big like thing against cutaways or whatever, but I really like sliding my hand up when I play and getting crazy noises, and I can't really do that without a cutaway. So I mean, it's usually for people that play up here and, you know, do scales and stuff, but like, I'm not that kind of player, but I like to make weird noises and do fun stuff. And
right, you're only going to appreciate the cutaway if you actually put your hand up there, and then
exactly.
If you do that regularly and you're trying to play on one that doesn't have a cutaway,
it's
then you're going to be mad. Yeah, you're going to be upset.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't mind the look of it. You know, I think some people's problem with it is that they don't like the look of it, and I get that. Like, I'd rather play like a big old jumbo, full-bodied guitar one day, but I just don't have it, and this is the closest thing I have to it, and it's been my go-to to guitar for 15 years now, and it hasn't let me down. It's literally been around the world with me. Like, I've gone to Europe with this thing, bust on the streets for like a couple cheeseburgers and a pack of cigarettes, you know. So this has really been it's been it for me for a long time. So you wanted to hear Shoreline. By the way, I'm glad you requested this one because I enjoy playing this one a lot. I am a lighthouse, but I don't shine. You may look for me, baby, but I ain't so easy to find. I am a shipwreck, waiting to happen. Jesus can't save them all if they all are having too much fun. Ain't no hope for the dreamers these days. No more shame left to hide, no pride left to gain, and I just want to swim to her shoreline. Honey lies, honey lies, honey lies, help shelter my pain. Shine a light, shine a light, shine a light, I'm begging you, babe. Coming home, coming home, coming home, coming home, coming home. And I wash up alongside her shoreline. Now washed up alongside her shoreline. Now washed up alongside her shoreline. Sing it out. Ooh. See, I can't do that without
Yeah, bub.
Conway.
That's right.
That was great.
So
That was awesome.
Wow. Like, that was incredible. That was really good.
thank y'all. Appreciate that, man.
I love you, bud.
I love you, buddy.
That was dope.
Wasn't
Young
it good?
kid.
Oh my God. That was so
There we
good.
go.
It was really good. Yeah, it was very, very good.
Thank you.
Once again, the Band Laredo, you have a new single dropping on Friday, September 2nd. It's called Pretender, which we got to hear a little bit earlier. That's also awesome. And
check
your EP, which is entitled Fast Johnny, drops in October. Is that right?
October 7th.
Very cool. I can't wait for it.
And by the way, we have an EP release show that we booked at the Post River East. I really want to tell you guys who it's with, but I don't want to give it away just yet because the flyer's not quite done. And I kind of want to make like a formal announcement about it. But we do have a badass band from Oklahoma City coming out. If you know your research about the current bands in OKC, you might know who it is. But I'm not going to tell you anything other than that.
Very cool. Well, what besides the EP release show, what other shows do you have coming up?
So we have that one. We have one in November. We just confirmed with the Dirty River Boys, which is really dope because that was like one of the bands that I sought to play with and open up for whenever we first started this band. So Dirty River Boys. Next month. Next month, which is just a few days from now, we have a run with Parker Ryan. We'll just be doing like an acoustic. We're just going to be supporting him doing acoustic stuff. So that's something to look forward to. We'll be in College Station. We'll be in Lubbock and San Angelo, I believe. And then we did Hanks with him just last weekend. And that was the very first one. But other than that, we're kind of open right now. We're working on some other stuff. I really like to dedicate the last half, or not the last half, but the last quarter of the year to like songwriting and kind of getting our bearings there, kind of just working material and stuff. So that's something that I want to spend some time on doing, getting with Clayton, getting with, a couple of our other guys, and really just getting under the microscope and, writing some cool stuff. So keep my head on.
There you go. Jason, do you have anything you want to say?
All right, you can wear it.
Who? What?
Jason, do you have a question?
Yeah, I was on mute for just a second. No,
Okay.
I don't have any questions. This has been great. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys.
I guess my last thing for y'all is, we've been plugging your website at the bottom of the screen, thebandlaredo.net. How can people, besides thebandlaredo.net, how can people find y'all on social media and other places where people can find your music?
The best place to go, as far as social media goes, definitely Instagram. I feel like I probably stay most busy on there, chatting with people, and posting everything we do there. Any thought that comes into my puny little brain goes on Twitter every now and then. And then I just now started trying to stay more relevant on TikTok side of things because I'm not really the hugest fan for one, but I realize it's pretty important.
You got to do the talk, don't you?
Yeah, you gotta tick the talk. Gotta talk, or you're gonna walk. It's just kind of how it is these days. So, decided to do that. So I've been trying to figure out more creative ways to say, to stay relevant on there and get our followers up there. But yeah, that, Facebook. We'll post dates on the website, and yeah, stay tuned for like more stuff. We have a lot to offer. So
Shit.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate y'all joining us tonight.
absolutely.
Clayton, do you have any final words before we let y'all go?
Kind of. I'd
Go
be
ahead.
remiss. I have a solo album coming out next week.
Oh, yeah.
I keep
Yeah,
forgetting
please
to tell
plug away.
people about it.
Go for it.
Next Friday, I believe. Clayton Smith and His Enemies, Strangers, coming out. I did it all by myself. Performed, recorded, wrote, did the whole damn thing. I'm excited about it. I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
I'm his biggest fan. I can tell you that it'll be worth your time. Check it out.
And how can people find information about that album? And all that stuff?
Twitter, Clayton Rice Smith. Find it on there. That's probably the best place. I mean, it'll be on everything.
I'm sorry, man. Say it again. Clayton what?
Rye, R-Y-E, Smith.
Okay.
Clayton Rice Smith.
That's the one.
Or just go to Spotify or Apple Music, anywhere, and type in Clayton and His Enemies.
Yeah, Clayton Smith and His Enemies.
Or
And
Clayton and His Enemies.
there's a couple songs up there now. The rest of it will be up there in a few days.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, check that out definitely. Aaron, do you have anything you want to plug or want to say?
Thanks for having us, and yeah, just follow the band Laredo and get prepared for more awesome music.
Yeah,
And check out newest Colton Moore stuff. They're going to be hitting the ground running here pretty soon.
Colton Moore, we're going to be playing some shows.
This feels bittersweet, doesn't it? Like this whole announcement. Like this
I'm
whole
excited
thing.
for you.
I'll still,
Everybody heard.
yeah,
everybody
I'll still
heard it
be, I'll
first
still
on
be
your
hanging out with the
podcast.
boys.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I told him, one of the first days I found out about this, that I don't really care what you say. You're always going to be part of the Band Laredo. Like one of the mentality that we had in the Rye Boys is, what is it? Once you're a Rye Boy, you're always a Rye Boy. And I kind of live by that with the Band Laredo too. So he's one of the founding members. He's been there since day one, and you will always be in the Band Laredo. We'll always be happy to have you, brother. So, yeah. With that being
Thanks,
said,
man. Love you guys too.
check out the new single. It airs in 3 days. You can find it anywhere you listen to music, and we got a new EP coming out October 7th. And look out for new shows. We're going to be dropping new merch and all that good stuff. So, and maybe even some records. We want to print some vinyl for this EP too. So, if we can actually get around to doing that and finding a good source and solidifying that, then we'll have those to sell. And you can find those. We'll have that up on our website.
Yeah. Also, y'all have great merch. I love your shirts. I'm gonna have to buy one of those pretty soon. Those are cool shirts. I was checking those out the other day. So
they're pretty cool.
yeah,
It's
check
good.
out.
I'm about to go buy them all right now.
Hell yeah.
Well, don't do it right now because
Might be sold out.
Yeah, we don't have like hardly any merch right now.
I was gonna say this
awesome.
wouldn't be the first time I've gone on to try to and bought somebody's shirt and got a text message later like, dude, you weren't supposed to be able to buy my shirt. It was not supposed to be able to still.
I just tried to buy an Ottoman Turk shirt for $7. State Fair Records was having a sale for Ottoman Turk stuff, and I tried to buy a shirt, and I got an email saying that it was refunded. I'm upset, and I want this shirt. I want the it's with the can. It's got the knife going through it, and just says Ottoman Turks on it. So if anybody from the Ottoman Turks are listening right now, or especially this really goes to State Fair Records, get your shit together, man. I want that shirt.
Man, they're so
for
fucking rad.
$7.
I love the Ottoman Turks.
They're so good, man. Anyways, boys, it's been a lot of fun. This has been great. Thank you for having us so much. I hope we can do it again soon.
Yeah, we really appreciate having you on the show. Like I said, Jason introduced me to y'all's music several months back, and I've just been listening to it like crazy. I think y'all are awesome, and congratulations for what's ahead for y'all, because I think big things are ahead. So thanks again to Lucas, to Clayton, and to Aaron from the band Laredo. We really appreciate it. And thank you to you. If you're watching this now, if you're listening to us later on Spotify or Anchor, we appreciate that. Mute that.
Lucas, mute your mic.
I gotta get my plugs in here, man. I gotta get my plugs in.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry, that's why I muted you. Just anyway, if you like this show, we'd appreciate if you could follow us. We're on Instagram, Twitter. We're at LFDT Pod, at LFDT Pod, Instagram and Twitter. Again, we're if you're watching us on YouTube now, hit that like button. It's a small ask. Just hit the like button. We appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. Let the band Laredo know how much you love them, how you want to see them again. So comment below, hit that like button. We appreciate it. If you're listening to us on Spotify later on, or Anchor, or several other podcast services, follow us, leave a comment, rate us, review us. We'd appreciate anything. All that stuff helps. I know you think it doesn't, but it really does. Those little movements, those little clicks, they really add up.
Love me.
So anyway, Jason, I've been talking for a while. What would you like to say to close out the show?
Nothing else. The only thing I have to say is if anybody's watching this live or before Saturday, come check out Zach Welch and at the Tap and Call the Station on Friday, and then I'll be with him at Cheatham Street Warehouse on Saturday.
Nice.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Zach Welch is an LFDT Pod alum, so
Yeah,
we always want to support Zach.
Hell yeah.
And also, we're going to be hanging out this Saturday over at Lola's and watching Soul Shifter play. Those are the
that's
guys.
right.
Cody's. So come hang out with us and have a beer and hang out. I think that would be super cool. If you're around Fort Worth, that's definitely a cool spot to be that night.
Or just
Very
get there.
We're gonna do it. All right,
Uber
boys.
it the whole way. Just Uber it. Wherever you're at, just Uber it.
There you go.
Hold
All
on,
right,
we got-
guys. I'm gonna
one
assist
more
this little
comment.
puppy. Yeah, go ahead.
we have good night, y'all, from Angel again. So I think Angel might be a big fan of y'all. So that's really cool. So, and once again, thanks again to the band Laredo for joining us. We really appreciate it. And please check out their music, check out their website, buy all their merch. Well, don't buy it yet, but buy it soon. Soonish.
Buy it now. We'll figure it out.
Right.
We're working on some cool new stuff. So
Yeah. So once again, for Lucas, for Clayton, for Aaron, and for Jason, this is Justin saying we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
signing off. See y'all later. Do what you love.